Where are you, up in Tampa?
Yeah, I'm in Clearwater.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm going to wait for this to pop live. I got a picture of us up. And really, I think it will be fantastic. I know I get a lot of these questions from people all day. What do I do? How do I do it? All that. And I was like, you know what? I got the guy who can give us that.
All right, let's do it. I hope I can. Hope I can
know
help
you
some people, man. They gotta starting to see the crisis move from healthcare to mental illness.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I watch. It's not funny, but I watch those shows, and they say, hey, you could have a bigger issue on the economic side than the disease side.
1,000%. Like that's is this a health crisis or just a jobs crisis? Which when you're out of work, the mental thing is ugly.
So, I'll say this, and a lot of people know that I've handled your staffing for a while. I was in a meeting that you had in October, which was all hands on deck sales team. And I think I wrote to you and I published it. I've never seen anything in my life like this, ever. Just the energy and the passion. And I figured, you know what, if there was ever a guy that could maybe give my audience and LinkedIn, versus Instagram and Facebook, a little pep talk, a little reality. I want to talk about where it's smart to put money. And honestly, something I want to talk about that a lot of people don't really realize. They look at you as the real estate guy. There's a hidden gem here called Cardone University.
Yeah.
Which right now, from a staffing side, we're going through this craziness of everyone's wondering how do I bring my people on board? How do I train them? So I'd also like to hit on that at the end as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Because I'm looking on my phone right now for some stats that we have that are just like they're mind-boggling.
Yeah, the biggest issue, we got Fortune 500, even small ones are like, Jeff, we need the bodies, but we're remote. How do we train? How do we do it? So I guess first I want to start out by everybody watching this, what's your advice for them? What we're going through right now, mentally, physically. I'm watching you. You haven't stopped working out, staying positive, right? I've been in one of your sales meetings. What do you tell the people watching this right now?
Yeah, number one, you need to get to acceptance as fast as you can on this cycle. Okay, if you're looking at the media to find out what the job report is today or what the market did, or like you're moving through this bargaining process. They say there's 5 stages to a loss. Okay, I don't exactly know the order. It's denial, bargaining, avoidance, and there's a 4th one. I don't know, but the 5th one is acceptance. I mean, at the bottom, but you don't need to know about the first 4. You need to freaking fly as fast as you can to acceptance. And the way to do that is just to understand the world has come to an end as you know it. Just eat all the bad news you can as quick as you can.
Exactly.
And here's the worst news. Worse than the world has come to an end. The worst news, you ain't gonna die. Okay. Now, when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so negative." No, man, just get to that point as fast as you can, because if you're not going to die, what I mean by that is you are going to get through this. It's going to be pain. You're going to want to die some of the time, and you and the spouse, you and your team, you and your vice president, the chief financial officer, you guys need to know, man, it's going to be ugly, but it's going to be ugly for everyone, and you're going to survive it. You're going to live through this. The question now is, on the other side, are you going to be bigger or smaller? And so everything that I'm doing, yeah, like I got a phone call. I hadn't told anybody this, but I got a phone call from DC about 2 weeks ago and said, "Hey, something's about to happen here." whatever you got to do, you got to go do. I can't tell them the exact parts of the call, but whatever you need to do, go get it done. And so, I moved into first week. We let some people go that I couldn't keep because I had just brought them on 2 weeks before. Got all kinds of hate about it.
Okay? I saw that. And those are people that have never run a company.
Dude, I had 180 employees. I still have 100 and I think we had 156 at the time. We let go. We didn't have to. I mean, I could have said, yeah, you just got here a week ago. Go home remote. I have no way to train or educate you from there. I don't even know what kind of discipline you have. I don't even know if you got internet at home. But what we did, the first thing I have to do as an executive, you got to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
And a hard decision is not an idea. It's something you do. You got to do something. Second thing we did was we did that so we could protect the rest of the group. Let me just give you some numbers. This is from last week.
100%.
Yeah. We're 2 weeks into this deal right now. I'm all remote. I got 126 employees at one company that are remote. That was the operation.
And I've seen the inside of that place, so I get it.
It's insane, right? Well, we lost that. We lost that camaraderie, that togetherness. Okay, last week we did 10,645 outbound calls. Did 26 deals. That was more than before the Corona crisis. We averaged 5 deals a day. It takes us 409 phone calls to get 1 deal right now.
Damn.
So after I let people go Thursday, Friday, I had a meeting with the rest of the staff. Okay, you guys, you're still here. You guys grateful for your job? Oh, yeah, man, because they weren't cut.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, now here's the bad news. You're going to live through this, dude. I'm going to try to bring these other people back. Okay, how fast these other people can come back is really up to you and them. And that means you guys got to at least double the amount of the outbound calls that you're making to get deals, because there's going to be so much resistance. We're really in a crisis of confidence now. It's not a health crisis. This is a confidence crisis and an action crisis.
I see that on the staffing side. Hey, I know we need 10 people, but let me catch my breath. I don't know where we're going.
Yeah. And so, right now people have to be. The whole world is about to go online and stay there forever.
That's crazy. What do you think about that?
I think it's great. No, let me tell you that nobody's talking about this, but I own a bunch of real estate, right?
Yeah.
And I have never bought college-related real estate. I've said for years, if there's a pullback, it's going to be right there. That is an industry that is in the news every day for charging too much. Generating way too much debt on too many families. They don't get a great product. It takes too long. The courses are outdated. And they're going to get crushed, man. You got kids going home. You got some of these colleges might not open up for the rest of the year. Not the calendar, the year that they teach people, but a whole year till the next year.
Jeez.
And so those apartment deals are going to stay closed. There's nobody going to be there to pay the rent. So I'm just saying that because there are industries that are not going to come out of this. But if you're in a business where you can actually communicate to people, talk to people, right? If you know how to use a telephone, FaceTime, what is this called? This tech we're using right now.
This is called Switcher, which when you do LinkedIn, they give you like 5 different companies to choose from. But
yeah, I've never used this, but I dig it, right? Like I'm like, I didn't know about this. I want to have all those distribution channels available to me and know how to use them so I can have more communication with my clients.
I'll email your assistant the application. You'll get approved in a week.
Yeah, good. And so what we do now, like when we get a guy on the phone that's interested, immediately a manager and an executive both get dinged. Hey, there's a call taking place right now. They jump into the call as well. Like you cannot leave anything to chance now.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And so it requires, the way through this is to push more communication and more action. And that's very difficult to do when you got everybody, all our communication lines have been cut basically, right? Like I don't get to be with you every day. So I have to force culture onto communication lines like this. So we still have our daily meeting every day. It's just in 126 different locations.
What do you think about, and I wasn't even going to go here, but I want to hear your advice on the companies that literally have to knock on doors to go sell their product?
Yeah, I think that you're not going to probably be able to do that right now.
Yeah.
Now, I think I can still do the 6 foot. I don't know that that's an essential business. In Italy, the drone's going to go over you in Italy and say, it's a €4,000 fine for being outside your house. I mean, that's real.
I'm saying when this is all over, the guy that's out there selling the copiers, what do you think happens with that?
Oh, I think he's fine. I think he should be selling copiers. I think he should be banging on doors.
Gotcha. You mean right now? I got it. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I don't know if that's an essential business right now.
Yeah.
This is going to be really hard on people for the next 30 days. Like.
Yeah. So what do you ask? What do you tell all these people at home that are sort of, I want to say, losing their mind? Right? You've been around this a while. You've built. For people that don't know, they see you as 10X, which is amazing. Right. One of the biggest movements out there entrepreneur wise, they see the real estate side, but they don't really understand. You got a lot of, I walk through that office. There's a lot of shit happening. Right.
Yeah. So look, we have an online platform. There's videos of me saying 3 months ago, hey, when this next recession comes, we're in great shape. And I mean, I've talked about the recession for a while now. The average American has really not gotten ahead in this last cycle. And right when they were starting to get their feet underneath them, this happened. I mean, it's a shame, but it is what it is, right? Like, there's no reason the blame game. That's one of the four things, by the way, blame. It's like, it doesn't matter who's to blame. It's what are you going to do now?
Yeah. How are you going to come at it?
Yeah. So Cardone University, we've been working on for, 12 years to deliver online training to entrepreneurs and small business owners. It's in 11 languages because we didn't want to be dependent upon just the United States.
Yeah.
It cost a lot of money to transcribe 2,500 videos into 11 languages. And, we're ready to distribute to our licensed partners, consultants, educators, schools, even the prison system, and individual entrepreneurs and business owners. We got a call with Ashley Furniture tonight. I've been trying to get Ashley Furniture for, 7 years. Now they're like, hey, can we talk? So, some people get their confidence broken right now, and some people finally get to the place where like, I now need to embrace technology.
So your biggest tip today, which I kind of like, is you got to get over, you can watch the news, cry all week, just get over that once and move forward. Right.
When I sit down in front of the media, I ask myself first, hey, why are you watching this right now?
Yeah.
Are you hoping there's going to be some good news here, like some glimmer? By the time we get the good news, all the opportunity's already gone.
Yeah.
So all they're going to do is puke on the American public and the world public right now. This is a media crisis at this point. Like it's crazy what we're doing now. I mean, it's real. It's real. This is like a movie, like a horror movie, right? This is a terrible, terrible event, but it is so vital right now to stay positive so that I can actually take action.
Let me ask you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, right now, discipline really it has to be forefront. Putting discipline and structure into your day right now is so vital.
So give me, you're used to having, 200 people. I've been at your sales meeting in the morning. You got a guy running a soundboard, lights going off. Probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Now they're at home alone, right? What do you tell them that you could also tell this audience?
What time do you go to sleep at night? What time you go to sleep at night? Start everything with when you go to sleep at night, not when you wake up, when you go to sleep. Because if you go to sleep at 9, you're going to probably wake up at 5. If you're an 8-hour body, like you're waking up at 5 and you're going to be restless. You might stay in bed another hour, but you're not going to stay until 8.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't. almost no one can sleep 12 hours. You sleep 12 hours, you're either sick or you're extremely depressed.
You got a problem. Yeah.
And look, I've been depressed before, and depression always for me, I was hiding from the thing that I needed to do. And I know some people suffer from other problems, but for me, it's always been like, I want to pull the covers over because I don't want to confront the day.
Yeah.
And so I go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Okay. I beat the sun up. I try to beat the sun up every day. I did it today. Next thing I'm going to do is go work out. I'm going to either work out in my living room or work out at the gym. If you don't have a gym, get 100 sit-ups in, get 100 push-ups in, get a bar, put it in between two doors and get 100 of those in. You could be in the best shape of your life in 30 days.
Yeah.
And then you got to start banging that day out. Get some food and then bang the day out. Turn the TV off. Okay. You want to really be committed? Throw your TV away.
So let's talk about something that you called literally years ago, right? You said, get your money out of the market, invest in real estate. Talk to us about Cardone Capital. I know all about it. A lot of people here may not, right?
Yeah.
By the way, you just bought a complex a mile from my house in Columbia, Maryland.
Yeah, good. I mean, fantastic property, 95% occupied today as we speak. We've already communicated with every tenant on that property. Hey, what's your plans? Have you been laid off? Is there something you need? Can we help you? You might be reading that you can't be evicted. Not true. If you tear the property up, we'll throw you off the property. Trust me. But if you need financial help right now, let us know. We're here to help you. There's all kind of mixed messages right now in the media about landlords and property owners.
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
We're not walking away from our lenders. I got 8,000 units now. I want to have 80,000 when this is over. So when this is over, you got to ask yourself right now, people should ask themselves, what's recovered fastest in the past? In 2008, the biggest housing crisis in the world, apartments bounced back faster than any other asset class on this planet, particularly in the United States, because it produces income. Now, not all real estate's going to bounce back from this. The shopping center might not bounce back. Gyms probably will, because now people really appreciate the damn gym.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't know if movie theaters will, because people are going to get used to watching Netflix on their phone. So some things are going to take a beating and probably never come back. Other things are going to be like, I got to have a place to live. I have to have water. I have to have food. I want to take care of my body. I want entertainment. Entertainment's still going to work out. Groceries, shopping centers are going to work out, but people are going to probably start figuring out how to have food delivered. But Cardone Capital is we invest only in apartments. No shopping centers, no storage, no office, no industrial, purely $1,200, $1,500 a month rents. Now everybody's question is going to be, what happens when nobody can pay the rent? Folks, if we go to 10% unemployment, that means 90% of the people are employed and 100% of the people need a place to live.
Yeah.
The whole world's not going to be unemployed next week.
Yeah.
And everybody needs a place to live that's affordable.
From a staffing side, like you said, it's ugly. I'm seeing it, but hopefully the stimulus thing will work and people will hold on to their workers. But there's still a lot of places hiring. That's what people don't get. I mean, we're in a little bit of a shit show now, but there are companies hiring and people are still making money, especially on the healthcare side. But to your point, which I've been saying every day, we will get through this. And
the other thing that people aren't recognizing at this point is what the stimulus plan actually says. Now, most people don't know this because they don't really dig into the news. But capex means, for your viewer, it means I'm spending money on things in my business beyond just promotion or salaries. I'm spending money on my infrastructure. CapEx has been tied up for years. It's actually been in a recessionary number for the last 2 years, meaning it had contracted. Companies were hoarding cash, not spending on their properties. Part of the stimulus bill that was just passed, the $2.2 trillion, that property down the street from you, 1 mile from where you are, when I go take the entry of that and convert the entire thing, it's going to cost me about 200 grand. That means I got to hire workers, carpet, gym equipment. Somebody's got to come paint it, move walls around. I'm going to be hiring people. When I do that today, I get to write all of it off this year and then bang against my last 5 years of tax, amend my last 5 years of tax returns against any gains that I paid and get a tax refund. Okay, so I imagine I have 28 properties. I could probably spend $28 million this year, write off the entire $28 million this year. And if I have any left over, use it for last year, the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that, and get my taxes amended and get refund checks for as far back as 2015.
Uncle Jay.
So the point of that is I'm going to be spending money. I know everybody's going to hate on me because they're like, goddamn rich guy always gets a fucking tax refund. That's right. It's always worked like that. It's going to keep working like that, okay? Because, you know, that's who's into politics. That's who's writing the laws. So don't hate on me, man. Don't hate on the player.
By the way, you didn't come from that world, so really don't hate on you.
Yeah, but I learned all this, man. Yeah. The same way everybody reading these books that are almost impossible to read through, reading through the code that's impossible. They write it to where you don't want to read through it. But the point of that is this. I am going to spend $28 million. Guess what? I don't know anything about how to put a roof on. That means I'm going to spend money with somebody that sells roofs.
Yeah.
I'm going to hire a plumber. You know, people are hating on people for my wife reminded me of this. People hate on people for getting rid of employees. Be careful on what you hate on, because every time you don't leave a tip, you fired somebody.
Yeah.
Every time you cook your own meal and you don't order out, you fired somebody. You know, when we spend money, we're hiring people. So this could be a huge stimulus for America to go back to work, because I'm going to spend money now that I wasn't planning on spending.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. On Cardone University, right? I believe, especially for now, a lot of people will be at home. And when I do your staffing, 50% of the people, and I'm typically only, you know, recruiting down in the Miami area for top salespeople to sell this. Half of them are already on it, right? So I think one thing that I want to let people know is that it doesn't have to be from a company. You could better yourself versus watching Netflix, sign in, but what's there for the average Joe at home that just wants to get to that next level? You know,
how to make a phone call, how to introduce yourself.